And all eyes on the 8.
Nobody's watching anything other than the black
It's moving,
ball.
it's moving, it's moving. Can you believe it?
Oh my
And we have a winner in the match, Justin Bird.
2 minutes. Ball.
Well, that'll do it.
On the break. Golden break.
So today we're going to be talking about making the 8 on the break. As you probably know, if you make the 8 on the break without scratching, it's an automatic win of the game. If, however, you do make the 8 on the break and you scratch, it's considered a loss of game. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the speed that you want to hit the shot with, where to position the cue ball on the table, and lastly, where to aim at the rack and what spin to put on the cue ball to better the odds of you making the 8 on the break. Now, after I explain this to you, you're not going to make the 8 on the break every single time. However, it was going to significantly better the chances of you making it, or at least getting it close to a pocket and out of the rack if you follow this strategy. So let's get started. The first thing I want to talk to you about is the speed at which you should be hitting the cue ball when you're breaking to make the 8. And so when I hit my break in the center of the table, I'm hitting 100% power into that cue ball, trying to break up an 8-ball rack, hitting it head on. However, when I'm hitting for the 8 on the break over here, I'm only using about 75 to 80% power. And I'm going to demonstrate for you now, only hitting 30% power. If you position the cue ball correctly and use the right spin, you really do not need to hit the cue ball hard to get the 8-ball to come out of the rack. And so here's a shot where I'm only using 30% power. And one thing to note here, you need to make sure that the balls are racked correctly. All the balls should be touching. You shouldn't see any gaps in between where the 8-ball is with the other balls. Make sure you have the balls racked tightly. To do this, if you're using a regular rack, just rack as you would, make sure they're tight. I like to use a magic rack because it guarantees a tight rack every time. So let's take a look at a shot with 30% power. Alright, so as you can see there, I barely even hit into that rack and the 8-ball still came out into the center of the table. If I were to hit that same amount of power hitting head on, I would not have got that 8-ball to move nearly as much. So the next step I want to talk to you about is where to position the cue ball on the table when you're trying to make the 8 on the break. So to give you the best chances to make the 8 on the break, what you're going to want to do is count up 2 diamonds on the side rail. Place the ball right at the center point of that diamond, and then roll the ball over 1 full ball length away from the diamond. And I'll pull the 8-ball in just to show you what I'm talking about. So you want to be maybe a little bit more than 1 ball away from the rail up to that second diamond is where you're going to position the cue ball. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the form and how you should hit this break. And so I already talked about the speed in which you should hit it, which is about 75 to 80% of your full power. I see a lot of times that shooters will hit this shot at 100% power, which will actually send the cue ball flying off the table because they're just trying too hard and their stick is not parallel to the ground. And so I've hit this break thousands of times, and what I've found works best is if you just set the cue stick down on the rail, and then you make a peace sign with your hands, and you have your thumb tucked in, place that peace sign over top of the shaft, and let the rail guide the stick using these 2 fingers as your rails for the shot. And you can see here in the other video clip up there that my stick is as close to parallel as I can get it being on this rail, right? And so I could still get a lot of power here, and the cue ball should not go flying off the table because my stick is this parallel. Now, if I were to make a bridge on the rail and then try to hit the shot, you can see in the clip in the corner, now my stick is really elevated and I have much more angle, which if you hit this hard will actually send the cue ball skipping across the table before it makes contact with the rack, allowing the cue to more easily fly off the table. And again, if you make the 8 and the cue ball flies off the table, you lose the game. So we don't want to risk us doing that. So now I'm going to just show you a break demonstration of me hitting with my stick parallel to the ground, and we'll see how that one works out. Okay, so I'm going to hit this one with my 75 to 80% power. My stick is level. So you saw we made really solid contact with that rack. We didn't make the 8-ball, but I mean, look at that spread. We don't have any problem balls on the table. The 8 did kick out into the center, but it didn't go towards these side pockets. And so that is one of the final steps in fine-tuning the 8 on the break, is putting the correct spin on the cue ball to ensure that you don't scratch and also get the 8 to spin over near the side pockets. All right, so what spin do I hit? I have the cue ball set up here as if I'm going to break this rack again. And I have the red dot right in the center of the cue. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of where exactly on the cue ball I'm hitting, but to speak to it, you're going to be hitting about 1 tip to the left and 1 tip down from center ball. So you're hitting with low left English at that 75 to 80% range, and that is going to allow the cue ball to spin out into the side rail, coming back in to hit the rack, instead of the usual scratch into that corner pocket. So when you're hitting this shot, maybe you can start hitting it center ball as you're getting used to, you know, this new position on the rail, your new bridge that you're using, and your stick being parallel. Then maybe start working in some low to that. And then the final step would be incorporating the left spin. So low left spin on that cue ball is going to be exactly where you want to hit it to get the best action on the 8-ball when you break. If you've made it this far, feel free to give me a like, share the video, maybe subscribe if you like pool videos and lessons. But now we're going to talk about the last step to getting the 8-ball to work out of that rack and go near the pockets. So you probably noticed on both of my prior breaks that I was hitting at the second ball in the rack. And in this rack, that would be the purple 4-ball. And so when you break this rack, you should be aiming to just barely miss the 5 and hitting head on into that 4. And like I said before, if you use the low left English and you hit that 4-ball, the cue ball will naturally spin off the 4 into the side rail and possibly even come back into the rack, breaking it up even more. And so if you follow all those steps, and I'll go through them one last time, 1 being you're hitting at 75 to 80% of your full power on the cue ball. 2 being your cue is on the rail and you're using the peace sign bridge with the thumb tucked under to guide the shaft, keeping your stick as parallel to the ground as you can. 3 being using low left English on the cue ball, and 4 being hitting head on into that second ball into the rack. That will greatly better the odds of you making the 8 on the break, winning your game, or even your match if you're hill-hill. I will say that is the worst way to lose a match, is when you're hill-hill and your opponent makes the 8 on the break.
Nobody's watching anything other than the black
It's moving,
ball.
it's moving, it's moving. Can you believe it?
Oh my
And we have a winner in the match, Justin Bergman.
But hopefully that can be you next time if you incorporate these tips. So I'm just going to show you a couple clips of me making the 8 on the break here today. I have seen the 8 on the break be made 2 times in a row, 3 times in a row in my regular league. And the guys that I talk to about this all incorporate these 4 steps to do it. So let's see if I can make a couple here for you today. Good luck, good shooting, and happy holidays. I'm dropping this out right before Christmas time, so have a good Merry Christmas and happy holidays. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Wow, and that 8-ball didn't go in, but it really had a lot of action, shot right for that side, which is typically where you make it. So let's see if we can make it this time. See, that was 75, 80% power. That 8-ball came screaming out of there, shooting around. This next one, we're going to make it. Another example, didn't make it, but you saw the 8 ball come shooting out and back down. Alright, as you can see, that cue ball came over, stopped right there, 8 ball kicked up directly into the side, and that's what you expect. One of those two sides is where you're going to get it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.